Oklahoma City by way of the Cincinnati Bengals and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, going against a young fellow by the name of Tom Seaborn. Tom Seaborn is 26. He is right now a graduate student at North Texas State University in Denton, Texas, working on his PhD in sports psychology. And he has a whole concept about imagery and preparing yourself for a fight. And that's exactly what he was doing this afternoon when we were talking to him. So let's see if that imagery pays off. Ed Williams in the left of your screen, Tom Seaborn on the right.
Both in the white pants. Ed Williams, the black fighter, at 253 pounds. Tom Seaborn at 197.
Here we go. This is a 3-rounder.
Ed Williams has a 5-0 full contact karate record. He hasn't had a full contact karate bout in the last couple of years. He has been doing some boxing and he...
Seabourne giving away 50 pounds in this bout, though. But you know, the weight doesn't make a whole lot of difference if you can land one of those powerful kicks.
When you get to be 197 pounds, you've got enough force to put the other... You were talking about the visual imagery studies of Tom Seaborn. He wanted to know today how tall was Williams, how much did he weigh. He wanted to get a visual image and think his way through this fight before it happened. Putting extreme power in their techniques.
Oh, boy, you can hear that clash right there.
Only 450 pounds colliding.
Those front kicks by Seabourne can take their toll. He's getting good in the air.
He threw the kick actually too high, threw it over Williams' head. Both men threw what's called a right reverse punch then, and Seabourne came back with a stiff side kick into the ribs. Force of the... Go to another question. You ask yourself, who was the most effective kicker? Seabourne, definitely leg round kick of Tom Seabourne, and you've got to know what that takes out of you over a period of rounds.
There's the bell ending round one. A good first round. No clinching, no holding, good techniques, good power punches. Back to the corner with Ed Williams. He's 31 years of age, 6'2", 253 pounds. And incidentally, he's here in Oklahoma City with a youth program at the 23rd Street Gym, where he's got all these youngsters coming in there. They're working with self-defense methods, and they have all kinds. Let's listen to the corner there. He was telling them, his second was telling him, watch for those kicks. Anyway, Williams played with Cincinnati in years 73 through 76, and then went to Tampa Bay, where he played in 76 through 78. How did you score the first round, Joe?
I gave the first round to Seymour 10-9. The reason is I called it even on effectiveness. When that happens, you then go to another question. You ask yourself, who was the most effective kicker? Seabourne, definitely the most effective kicker in that round one. Solid kicks into the body.
Here we go with action in round two. This is a 3-rounder, 2-minute rounds. Tom Seaborn on the right of your screen against Ed Williams. With his back to you right now. Williams trying to move in and shorten the distance. He wants to get in on top of Seaborn.
Stiff right.
Williams doing a little holding behind the head. In fact, pulling the head down into the right uppercut. You see it right there. He's pulling his head down with the left and trying to give him a right uppercut.
Referee Jim Choate of Dallas caught him with that, warned him about it. We could get a shot at that kick again. That came very good off the front leg and just zinged past Williams' head. That front leg heel kick of Seabourne.
Running out of time here in round two. There's the end of round two. Let's go back to the corner here with Tom Seaborn. As I mentioned, he's really, he grew up in Pennsylvania, Allentown, Pennsylvania, but he has been and is now a resident of Denton, Texas, where he's a graduate student at North Texas State University. working for his PhD in sports psychology. Had a very interesting conversation with him earlier this afternoon, and how he was talking about how this sports psychology and this imagery can help people prepare themselves and do away with the pre-event psych, or the pre-event apprehension that an athlete has.
Well, I know Ed Williams has a lot of experience with that, getting himself up for the professional football games that he played in. Working with him there in the corner is Mike Dillard of Oklahoma City. Well, you see that front leg heel kicked in by Seabourne. Williams was able to block it. And I gave that second round to Seabourne again, 10-9. I've got him leading 20-18 at the end of 2 rounds once again, because he was the most effective kicker in round 2.
Okay, here we go with the third and final round, the last 2 minutes of the fight. That was a slip. That was not a knockdown. That was a slip.
Well, that was a heel kick that glanced off his temple. I couldn't tell if it hurt him or not, but the referee was in closer and said it was a slip. Williams, of course, came back.
Williams pouring on the punching now, looking for the knockout. He may have Seabourne in a little trouble. Seabourne has got to keep those kicks going. He cannot get in close with Williams.
It looked like he's not afraid to get in close with him, though. He's willing to stand there and throw right hands with him. I'll tell you where you don't, it might be safer to be in close with Williams than to catch the right hand out on the end of the punch. You see, Williams is having trouble landing in close. Another good left leg kicked in by Seabourne.
Look, was that a penalty point there?
I couldn't tell if it was a penalty point or a warning.
Seabourne pouring it on Williams now. Both men starting to run out of gas here in the third and final round.
That side kick to the body looked like it put him down, but the referee does not call it a knockdown, calls it a slip. It stopped him in his tracks, and he went to one knee, but the referee was on top of it. Okay, Tom Seabourne has not been intimidated in this bout. Ed Williams is trying to get every bit of mileage.
Kicks are starting to take its toll on Williams, and we're getting a lot more clinching here as we get the fighters running out of gas.
Nice left-hand lead then by Seabourne. Williams just basically trying to hold on for time.
There's the bell ending the fight between Ed Williams and Tom Seaborn. A very interesting.
Tom Seaborn in his corner there. Excellent trainer Randy Stem, who is also working on his master's degree in physiology and is doing a piece on karate. Joined there in the corner with the man in the blue outfit, Ray McCallum, the number 3 ranked middleweight contender in the world.
Who we're going to...
That would not have affected the ultimate outcome of the fight. Seabourne had the fight going away, but those kicks made the spread that much wider.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. That was Tom Seaborn's first full contact performance, and he came off looking very, very good. And I hope we're going to see more of that young man in future bouts. We'll be back with more full contact karate in just a moment.